share with you the accomplishments and what we have in store for the remainder of our 30th anniversary year. Please submit any questions via the question and answer box on your webinar toolbar. There will be time for questions at the end of the presentation. If we are unable to get to them all, please submit via email at info@aprahome.org. We want to hear from you today. Let us know who you are listening with and use the hashtag ApraBiz17 to share your experience. Please welcome Jill Meister, Apra Board President and Director of Prospect Research and Management at the University of New Hampshire.
Good afternoon or morning, depending wherever you are. Thank you all for joining us. We are so lucky to have an incredibly engaged membership, and your participation in today's meeting is a testament to that. We look forward to your questions and input. To begin, I want to recognize APRA's 2016-2017 volunteer leaders. The members of the Executive Committee and Board of Directors is one of the most passionate groups of people I've ever had the pleasure to work with. I want to thank them for their time, energy, and commitment to APRA. We are a stronger organization because of them. I will introduce you to the incoming board members a little later on in the program. One of our biggest initiatives this year was the complete rebranding that was launched in January. This began with focus groups, which included members like you. Thank you all so much for your commitment to making our organization better and continuing to give us your input. The rebranding wasn't just about getting a prettier logo or website. We wanted to change the way in which this organization presented ourselves to the world. I'm happy to say that the changes have been received in an overwhelmingly positive manner. In addition to our new look, we've spent a great deal of time on APRA's message. Our mission is APRA is the premier organization for professionals who strategically harness information and data to drive fundraising for philanthropic institutions. Our vision is APRA is a recognized leader in strategic practices for professionals utilizing analytical skills, data-driven insights, and collaborative relationships to advance the missions of philanthropic institutions. It was important that we recognize the breadth of our members' roles. APRA started with a focus on prospect research, but today we have members in prospect development, data analytics, and data management, annual giving, advancement, special gifts, and more. For this reason, APRA, A-P-R-A, the acronym for the Association of Professional Researchers for Advancement, didn't work anymore. But what we found out from our focus groups is that there is a great value in the name APRA, which we did not want to lose. So APRA, the acronym, became APRA, a proper word. This evolution means that our visual identity now reflects the strong, forward-thinking organization that APRA has become. I hope you are as pleased as I am with it. Part of this evolution also involved updating the way in which we deliver content to you. Members have told us that they want more digestible articles more frequently, and that spurred the evolution of Connections. What used to come out 4 times per year is now available year-round on our website. New content is created every couple of weeks. There is always something new to check out on Connections. If you haven't yet, I encourage you to do so at connections.aprahome.org. The 29 APRA chapters and their leaders are an incredibly important part of this organization. Chapter leaders meet 4 times annually, twice via conference call and twice in face-to-face meetings. They support an active online community and focus their activities on peer-to-peer learning and sharing and networking among chapters. Our 5th annual Chapter Leader Summit in Chicago was a great success, with lots of lively discussion and idea sharing. Our agenda included networking sessions focused on member recruitment and engagement and conference planning. Current Chair Liz McHugh, incoming Chair Dina Zalecki, and Board Liaison Bon Lammy led a day of successful and forward planning discussion and exercises. The APRA headquarters team presented on rebranding updates and what that means for our chapters. APRA chapters were all provided a logo similar to APRA's, bringing our chapters into our new brand. For the first time ever, the second day was spent with facilitator and past APRA board member Janice Cunning, presenting on board leadership and how to effectively communicate. Chapter leaders work together to share experiences and tips through guided discussions and activities. I want to thank Liz McHugh for leading our chapters committee during the past 3 years. For the last several years, APRA has surveyed chapter leaders to learn their most pressing issues. From this data, the chapter committee determines its focus and resource allocation for the year. The 2016-2017 chapter committee led the efforts to meet the needs of the chapter leaders this year. Areas of focus for succession planning, programming, leadership, and networking. Some of our accomplishments and initiatives include record chapter summit attendance of 38 chapter leaders, a rebranding of all chapter logos, 2 chapter leader calls, 2 chapter treasurer calls, and a successful 4th annual chapter Share the Knowledge event, which was 2 weeks of online education where chapters had an opportunity to present on prospect development related topic of their choice. We are looking forward to future initiatives, including a restructuring of chapter leader meetings to fulfill the needs of peer-to-peer interaction and information sharing. We are also finalizing the details on making new website capabilities available to our chapters through aprahome.org. In addition, 4 virtual communities were added to the website for networking with like organizations and individuals. The 4 communities include healthcare, the arts, conservation, and social service. If you would like to be added, please contact info@aprahome.org. We look forward to being a part of continued chapter success and seeing the results of all of the chapter's hard work on behalf of APRA. Chapter Share the Knowledge, now in its 4th year, was once again a great success, featuring 10 presentations, 5 live and 1 pre-recorded webinar, a podcast, an article, and for the 3rd time, 3 very successful Twitter talks. As you can see from the results here, we had diverse content presented by a variety of chapters and great attendance and participation from our members. I want to thank all those involved for their time and dedication in putting together this great program to provide free education for our community. Sessions remain online. Our 30th anniversary is an opportunity to not just look back and see how far our profession has come, but look at where we are going. We are celebrating in many ways. First of all, we want to hear your Apra story. Use hashtag MyApraStory to tell us your favorite memories. There have been some great throwback memory moments shared so far. My favorite being the Connections article from 1994 with the headline, "What is the Internet?" Now just think how far we have come. One participant will be chosen to win free registration to Prospect Development 2018. I encourage you to go and see the great memories that have been shared so far. There are so many reasons to come to Prospect Development in Anaheim this July. Make sure you include the special celebration on Wednesday, July 26th at 5 p.m. when you make your travel plans. You're not going to want to miss this. We will have a timeline of the association in the APRA booth. Stop by and see where you fit in the history of APRA. The staff is currently hard at work getting timeline content and interviews into Connections and posted to our special webpage, aprahome.org/30. Look for updates there throughout the rest of 2017. In addition to our in-person events, APRA offers year-round education through a variety of platforms. We communicate these via email and the Connections e-newsletter, but you can also check out the education calendar on our website for webcast, session recordings, podcasts, and APRA chats. Our recent web design wasn't just cosmetic. Apra University sessions can now be searched by body of knowledge domain and level, and also by type of product, industry, and shop size. This enhancement ensures you can access the education and answers you are looking for quickly and easily. We also added more CFRE eligible content to assist you in your continuing education goals. And speaking of continuing education, you can now access the continuing education points tracker for recent APRA events on the CFRE Center on our website. Many of our members utilize the body of knowledge to identify skill gaps or demonstrate the breadth of their knowledge within their organizations. We are excited to announce that beginning in July, it will be easier to use than ever. While the body of knowledge itself isn't changing, we are developing a new online format to make it easier to access the information you are looking for quickly. This will include interactive web pages, self-assessment quizzes to help you along your path, step-by-step toolkits to further your career development, and testimonials and case studies followed by fellow members to illustrate the many practical uses of this powerful tool. Look for the official launch of these new features at Prospect Development. Members often tell us that APRA's in-person events are the biggest benefit that they receive from membership. However, we know that budgets and schedules often make it difficult to travel for the education you need to keep you up to date and help advance your departments and your careers. This year, November 1st and 2nd, we will be hosting Plug-in to Prospect Research, which is a virtual education event. But this isn't your typical online training. Spanning 2 days, there will be 2 virtual rooms that you can select from based on the levels from the body of knowledge. This will ensure that we have something for everyone. It also will be an interactive experience with opportunities to network with speakers as well as other attendees. Make sure to register early so you and your team can take advantage of access to the online community, which includes a discussion forum, resource materials, polls, and session recordings, as well as an event box mailed to your office containing recommended reading, event guide, and maybe even a treat or two to get you ready for the big event. This will be unlike any online education you have participated in before, so I encourage you to register today at aprahome.org. And now, I would like to introduce APRA's Treasurer, Lauren Dixon, Director of Development Services at Drake University.
Thanks, Jill. APRA membership continues to be strong. In 2014, we began an organizational membership pilot program involving 10 organizations. Today, APRA has 96 organizational memberships totaling 709 members. Our individual membership numbers remain solid as well at 1,153. And as of today, APRA's total membership is 1,862 members. To highlight APRA's extensive member benefits, a new web page was created to share a snapshot of what we offer to our members. APRA provides our members with professional tools, education, and networking opportunities to help you advance your careers and stay relevant within the growing industry. APRA is financially sound with a growing membership, but most importantly, increasing programs and services that our members find valuable. The board reviews our financial position monthly during our board and executive committee meetings. We undergo a complex budget process each year and have final approval on all expenses. APRA has been fortunate to have seen decades of growth in our profession. We went from a grassroots association founded in Minnesota to a large international association. APRA is financially stable and has a strong and capable team of individuals managing our expenses, revenue, and investments. The first financial slide shows the trends of the revenues, expenses, and net income from 2008 through the 2017 budget. You can see the results of the economic downturn in 2009 and 2010. In 2011, the trend to positive net income resumed. In 2016, we saw a loss due to specific projects undertaken around advocacy and education. Investment in APRA continued in 2017 with costs associated with our rebranding and the new website. This next graph shows the trends of the annual conference revenue and expenses. In 2009 and 2010, judicious expense management was needed to counteract the decrease in attendance. APRA has seen growth in revenue over the years driven by strong attendance, exhibit floor attendance, and sponsorship. ARC revenues are primarily based on attendance, which is impacted by location, the time of year, and occasionally the weather. In 2016, the new ARC regional model was introduced, which resulted in a shift in attendance. The symposium continues at a steady level year after year. We continue to look at expense-saving opportunities for both of these events. Membership revenues have been steady and are expected to incline in 2017. Organizational membership has allowed institutions to purchase additional APRA memberships at a discount, allowing more of their team members to enjoy the benefits. This year's membership committee has piloted new approaches to reach prospective members, which we're excited to continue and will continue to fine-tune this fall. I would like to now introduce APRA's President-elect Liz Regman, the Associate Director of Fundraising Operations at Pathways to Education Canada.
Thank you, Lauren. So in support of our 2016-2018 strategic plan, APRA has dedicated time and resources to expanding industry partnerships, especially those with CASE, ASP, which is the Association of Fundraising Professionals, and AHP, which is the Association of Healthcare Philanthropy. Our collaboration with AFP paved the way for APRA to participate in the Charitable Giving Coalition, which is a U.S.-based group of 200 philanthropy organizations whose focus is maintaining the value of the charitable deduction legislation currently under review. In addition, APRA members receive discounts on Giving USA's annual report on philanthropy and now benefit from access to various partner education programs. The new format of Connections, in particular, has been helpful in creating a venue in which to share our members' thought leadership. This was our third year for Apra OverDRIVE, our one-day symposium in connection with the DRIVE conference. Faculty Stephen Lambert, Audrey Jeffrey, and Michael Paulus focused this intensive program on methods and processes to demystify and optimize data. Feedback indicated that the program was again a success, and we look forward to continuing our partnership with DRIVE and CASE. Last year's Advocacy Committee built a plan for members to share success stories and to advocate for themselves, others, and for the profession. This evolved into the creation of an Advocacy Toolkit. This year's committee, led by committee chair and past APRA board president Elizabeth Dolhoff-Brown and board liaison Amy Turbis, outlined and drafted a toolkit to help members tackle this obstacle. The Advocacy Toolkit outlines the value of prospect development, includes examples of elevator speeches that members have used successfully, takes a dive into leadership skills from an advocacy perspective, and showcases how to develop a strategy to be your own advocate. Look for the release of the toolkit this summer. Our 30th annual conference, Prospect Development 2017, is only 6 weeks away. 6 weeks. Every year, our members tell us that the education, networking, and time with exhibitors are the greatest benefits that they receive. So I hope you have already registered to join us July 26th to 29th in Anaheim. This year's event provides a chance to connect with your peers and colleagues while taking in the timely education you need. Plus, we'll celebrate APRA's 30th anniversary on Wednesday evening, so keep that in mind when booking your travel. Early bird registration has been extended through to this Friday, June 16th, so be sure to secure your spot before then. We're proud to bring an exciting keynote to prospect development each year. This year, you'll hear from Derek Teonga. Derek will share the key factors that have led to his personal success, including the philosophy of self, service, education, leadership, and faith. This is a can't-miss session that I am very excited for. APRA has a shiny new mobile app this year. Similar to last year, you can use the app to build your personalized conference agenda, network with fellow attendees, take notes during sessions, access session handouts, rate the sessions you attend, and much, much more. So be sure to visit the link you see at the bottom of the screen to get started. So, in addition to downloading the mobile app, be sure to get your calendars out and save the date for the 2018 conference, which will be taking place in the exciting city of Pittsburgh, which Harper's Bazaar just named as one of the best places to travel in 2017. The conference will take place August 8th to 11th in 2018. And so with that, I will pass it back to Jill.
Thanks, Liz. I am extremely honored to be able to present to you the winners of the 2017 Apra Awards. They truly represent the spirit and dedication to the profession that defines our membership. The Apra Scholarship, which allows a member to attend the annual conference at no cost, is awarded based on both merit and institutional financial need. The 2017 scholarship recipient is Joseph Gonzalez, Prospect Research Manager with Greater Twin Cities United Way. The Distinguished Service Award honors an individual who has enhanced both the prospect development profession and APRA through exceptional contributions beyond daily job requirements. The 2017 award recipient is Helen Brown, President of the Helen Brown Group. The APRA Professional of the Year Award recognizes an outstanding prospect development professional who has made a significant positive impact on his or her organization's success in fulfilling its mission. The 2017 recipient is Susie Schwartz, Associate Director of Prospect Research at the University of Arizona Foundation. The APRA Foundation presents the APRA Margaret Fury Award to a prospect development professional based on his or her leadership, mentorship, volunteerism, and dedication to our profession. The 2017 Margaret Fury Award recipient is Leslie Rosenberg, Senior Researcher with the University of Minnesota Foundation. Congratulations to all of our winners. We look forward to honoring and celebrating with them at the awards luncheon at Prospect Development in Anaheim on Thursday, July 27th. We hope you will join us. APRA's election process ensures that the leaders of this organization continue to represent and reflect the diversity and breadth of our membership. During this year's election process, the APRA Nominations Committee sought your nominations, then presented a slate of officer and director candidates for consideration. That slate consists of the following individuals: Liz Regman for President, Mark Egge for President-elect, Jill Meister for Immediate Past President, Bon Lammy for Treasurer, and Amy Turbis for Secretary. And the new 2017-2018 directors are Tracy Church, Carrick Davis, and Melissa Banks-Stepnow. I am pleased to announce that the slate was overwhelmingly approved by members via electronic vote. The new term begins September 1st, 2017. Congratulations to the 2017-2018 officers and new directors. I would also like to thank our continuing directors, Misa Lobato, Ashutosh Nandishwar, Carolyn Oblak, and Brock Silvey. I would like to take this time to recognize our outgoing board members. Lauren Dixon is the Director of Development Services at Drake University and has been on the board since 2013. Lauren served as a director for 3 years and then was selected to serve as APRA Secretary last year and Treasurer this year. Her leadership of the Ethics Committee spearheaded the development of the Ethics Toolkit among many other initiatives. Jennifer McCormick is the Director of Advancement Analytics at the University of Washington and has been on the APRA board since 2012. During her time on the board and leadership as APRA's president, Jen's experience and insights have been invaluable to our strategic planning, particularly around the successful and very well-received launch of our new brand earlier this year. Emily Walsh is the Associate Vice President of Development Research and Resources at the University of Arizona Foundation and has been a member of the APRA board since 2014. Emily was instrumental in furthering APRA's education initiatives, notably the program planning for the 2016 Prospect Development Conference, and streamlining the strategic education efforts via the Education and Professional Development Committee. Thank you to Lauren, Jennifer, and Emily for your service and dedication to APRA. Now, I'd like to take just a moment to tell you a little bit about our new directors. Tracy Church is the researcher and charitable sector consultant at Tracy Church and Associates Research and Consulting Services. Tracy has served as a chapter leader for APRA Canada for many years, and she also served as the awards committee chair for 2017. Carrick Davis is the Senior Prospect Development Analyst at the University of Wisconsin Foundation and Alumni Association. Carrick has served as a chapter leader for Apra Wisconsin. He's previously served as the Education and Professional Development Committee Chair for Apra and was instrumental in furthering Apra's education initiatives. Melissa Banks-Stepnow is Practice Manager with Target Analytics, a division of Blackbaud, Inc. Melissa has served as a moderator for the Board of Directors panel at Apra's Fall Symposium for the last few years. She has also been a speaker at Prospect Development almost every year since 2006 and has spoken at numerous chapter conferences including Apra Georgia, Apra Greater New York, CARA, NEDRA, and OPRN. Congratulations to our incoming directors. As you can tell by now, we've had a very busy year and had a lot more planned. I would like to take this time to thank the Apra staff team led by our Executive Director, Janet Rapp. Please feel free to reach out to any of them with questions or concerns. Their contact information is available on the Apra website. Thank you so much for your attention and attendance today. I would now like to open up the lines for any questions you may have. Again, please use your question and answer tool on your webinar toolbar to submit.
Thank you, Jill. We've had a few questions come in. The first one, can you explain the criteria used by the nominations committee to determine the slate of board nominees presented to the membership?
Wonderful. This is Liz. I'd be happy to answer that question. I think it's a great one. The nominations committee is comprised of general Apra members as well as current and past board members. And overall, the nominations committee, it seeks to determine a slate of candidates who will be strong advocates for our members. So the committee will look at candidates' leadership, ability, along with their passion and dedication to Apra. The committee seeks to ensure that there's a diversity of voice and that as a board that it's representative of the membership. So in these deliberations, they consider a sort of a balance of gender, geography, fundraising sector, and prospect development domain. I can tell you, as being someone who has sat on the nominations committee, it's a really difficult job, as there are a great many candidates who put their name forward each year. And I certainly hope that that trend will continue, and we do encourage members to volunteer to help make Apra even better.
Thank you, Liz. Next question, what is the process in determining where prospect development will be held each year, and how far in advance does the planning start?
Great question. This is Lauren. I'm happy to take that. We are extremely lucky on the Apra board in working with a group of professionals at Smith Buckland who are professional event planners. And so they come to us numerous years in advance. Right now we're about 3 years out. They come with some recommendations of cities and locations that they've researched, and they bring us a list, and we go through and talk about each location, weigh the pros and cons. We try to do a good job every year of moving the conference around. So sometimes we're on the East Coast, sometimes we're on the West Coast, and sometimes we're in the middle of the country. And we also try to balance that with where our members are located. So if we have a large number of members in a specific spot, we try to bring educational programming there. So we're about 3 years out right now, and every year we're excited to announce and share with you guys where we're headed next.
Thanks, Lauren. Next question, what are some challenges that the industry is currently facing? How does Apra handle these as an advocate for the profession? An example of this would be what we discussed about the Giving Coalition and other Apra partnerships.
So this is Jill. I'd be happy to answer that, or attempt to anyways. I think some of the biggest challenges that our profession is currently facing is the donor privacy threat and the shifting policy changes. As mentioned before, Apra is a member of the Giving Coalition, and one of the things that the Giving Coalition has been involved with is helping to form policy around tax reform, which has been one of the main pillars of the current administration, U.S. government administration, and to inform Congress of important issues to the fundraising community. And I think we've all been seeing how the rulings from the ICO in the United Kingdom has affected our colleagues in the UK, and we're also discovering that we may have some considerations, in other parts of the world. Apra did immediately respond with a message to the prospect development community, but we're continuing to seek clarification and guidance. And we're currently in the midst of forming a task force to make sure that the prospect development committee has the latest information and how that may affect your institutions. So I think you can see from both of those examples what APRA's ongoing role is to monitor, inform, and comment on future rulings and changes in our industry landscape, and you can count on us to be there for the prospect development community.
Thank you, Jill. We'll just wait another minute or two for a few questions to come in, if you don't mind holding. We have one question that came in. Are you seeing an increased interest in the hashtag prospect development or interest in prospect development in general from the partnership with AFP? And
Good question.
Answer. We have our APRA's marketing representative here, Meg Yulberg, and she's going to answer that question.
Hi, thank you. We will be able to answer that obviously after prospect development is done, but for a lot of the partnerships that we have with AFP and AHP, the intention isn't necessarily to draw more members in or to draw more people to our conference. It's really part of our overall advocacy of APRA and of our profession. And so what we want to do is make sure we're getting our thought leadership out there and that the name APRA is known, that we're able to create that sort of awareness of who we are and what we do, which is more important to us. But we definitely will see once the conference is done, if that's increased, if we do get some of those overlap, which we would love and be certainly thrilled to have, but it really isn't necessarily the intention of those partnerships.
Thank you, Meg. All right, one more question. Can you talk about how APRA recruits volunteers and what specific roles volunteers can have to become more involved?
This is Liz. I'd be happy to field that. There's a few different ways that people can get involved with APRA. As a member, you probably would have seen in the last several email communications to the membership a sort of call for volunteers, and clicking on the link that leads you to a survey that you can fill out indicating your interests, which committees you'd want to be involved in, what your passions are, is certainly a great way to sort of bring to the APRA board and to the APRA membership in general sort of some attention around your interest in serving on a committee. I mean, secondly, the other thing is you can always connect in with any of the APRA board members. All of our emails and contact information is again available on the APRA website. We're always, looking for new names. We're looking for passionate people to serve on committees. And we do frequently have discussions at the board level around committees and volunteer opportunities. So if you connect in with a board member, they will certainly, make an effort to put your name forward. With the process around volunteering is very cyclical in the sense that our committees all start at September 1 and they work for a one-year term. And so what you really want to think about is what area do you want to contribute in? And there is, again, information on all the different committees on the APRA website. And what you can then do, again, is reach out to maybe one of the committee members or the committee chair to find out more information about how much time is involved with that particular committee, to find out more about which volunteer area you would most align with and what you might be most passionate and most interested in doing. Lauren and Jill, I don't know if you have anything else to add in terms of volunteering at APRA.
I was just going to add, if any of you are coming to prospect development in Anaheim, we will have a session devoted to before the regular day proceedings begin. I believe, I don't remember which day it is, where you can come and learn more about volunteer opportunities and to meet with someone that's on the board and hear about some of the pathways to becoming a volunteer, and there are many. And so I just would encourage you to do that if you are in Anaheim, and certainly reach out to any of us on the board as well if you have an interest, as Liz just mentioned.
Thank you. I think the last question we have here, and any that we have not answered, we'll go ahead and follow up via email. The last one is, has the location and date for 2018 ARC been announced?
This is Jill. I can answer that. We are still in the process of planning out our education for next year, so stay tuned for information about that in the next coming months.
Thanks, Jill. That's all the questions we have today. Thank you.
Great, thank you. So we've covered a great deal of information today, so I want to leave you with a few highlights. If you haven't done so already, you can still register for prospect development next month at the website, aprahome.org/prospect development. We are really excited about our virtual event, Plug into Prospect Research. Again, you can go to our website for more information and register, and the aprahome.org/plugin. The 30th anniversary celebration continues, and we want to hear from you. Whether you've been a member for 30 years or 3 months, we know you have stories. Please share them with the Apra membership on social media using hashtag MyApraStory. Thank you again for your support and commitment to Apra. I look forward to meeting you all in person at Prospect Development, and I hope you all have a great day.
Thank you. Goodbye.